Namaste, welcome to Shailaji.com. I'm Shaila Vasanath. Today I'll be doing the third part of Samas. So I think you'll be remembering what I had done in the first part. Before that I told you what Samas is and I explained the 6 types. Now in the second one I took particularly 2 Samas, that is Avyayi Bhav and Tatpurush Samas, and I explained to you very much in detail with a lot of examples. Now I'm going to the third part of this video where I will be explaining about the next type of samas. Actually we have 4 types. I'm going to start with the first one in that is Karma Dhare Samas. Okay, remember these spellings and the words how I'm pronouncing. If you pronounce it correctly, you'll be writing it correctly. This I've been telling it frequently from the beginning. So I'm saying this one as Karma Dhare. Dhare. So many people make mistakes in writing. Many students do mistakes in writing all these. Tat Purush. So when I say, you should know Avyayi Bhav. So I see how it's Avyayi Bhav. So don't put 2, 1 half va and full va. Instead you have to put a half va and ya. Double ya will come. The second va ya will have yi matra. So Avyayi Bhav, Tat Purush. Now I'm going to do Karma Dhare. Okay, when I'm going to do this Karma Dhare, I'll be dividing it into 2 parts. Now I'm doing the first part of it. Next slide I'll be doing the second part of it. I hope you have understood my previous 2 videos and you would have come to this. In case you're coming in between, you will not understand head or tail of Samas. So please watch. I'll put it in my description box. Please watch the first and second video and then come to the third one. It will be clear for you because there need to be some continuity for every video. So now let me start with Karma Dhare. In Avyayi Bhav I said Pehla Pad Pradhan hota hai. In Tatpurush I said Dusra Pad Pradhan hota hai. In this I would say both actually have kind of a equal weightage. I won't say equal. It is a comparison of both, of one word with another one. So it's a connectivity. So एक पद विशेषण, दूसरा विशेषण. Now first thing is you should know what is this विशेषण, what is विशेष्य. विशेषण you have already studied, you have gone through my video, previous video where I have taught you विशेषण, not in detail but briefly. विशेषण is adjective and the next one is Visheshya I have given. What is this? Both look, the spelling is almost the same. What is the pronunciation also looks similar, only at the end it changes. You might be wondering what it is. Visheshya is nothing but noun, Sanya. So, Visheshan, Dusra, Visheshya. That is, one is something describing and the other one which is being described. Okay? So that I have given you different ways how to understand it. Now, this is one. The next one, Ek Pad Upman, Dusra Upme. Now, this you'll be hearing for the first time what it is. If you would have learnt Alankar, students would have not much learnt Alankar, but remaining those who are going for the competitive exams and all, maybe you would have learnt Alankar. In case you have learnt Alankar, you would have come across Upman, Upme, or children who are learning poetry. So when you learn poetries and all, that time you will get all these words because you need to write Kavya ki Visheshta, that is you need to write the speciality of that poem, right? So when you write, you'll be writing all these Alankar, Udaharan Alankar, Drishtant Alankar, Utpreksha, so many things are there, you'll be writing. Now here, Upman, Upme, it is nothing but Upman is something which is being described and this is to which it is described, that is Upman and Upma, Upmeya. Same way, Visheshan, Visheshya, Upman, Upmeya. They take the same position. One is to be compared and the other one is to which it is being compared. Okay? Now when I give you examples, you will be understanding it more in detail. Now, Donom Padme, in both, see I have already told you Samasta Pad, full Samas, that full word. That is Pad. Samasta Pad. It has 2 or more words, right? Now, when you have like that, with the 2 words, when you split it, Pehla Pad, Dusra Pad. So, you have 2 words. Now, when you are going to split the 2 words, what it is, दोनों पदों में विशेषण विशेष्य का संबंध. So both link to one another. So that is Karmadhare Samas. So I've given you some clues on how to identify the Samas. Now the first one, I'm giving you an example. Neel Kant. Okay, Neel Kant means what? Gala jo hai wo Kant hai. So Neel means blue, Neela. Now who has got that Neela Kant? Generally, whom we say Neelkant? Shivji. But here I am not comparing it with Shivji. In general, I am talking about the neck which is in blue color. Neela Kant. That is blue color neck. Neela hai jo Kant. You can write in two variety. This way you can write, or you can write that way. You have to first know the meaning. This is divided into two. Neela and Kant. If you see here, this is one and this is one. Pehla pad, dusra pad. Here also Neel Kamal means pehla pad, dusra pad. Pitambar, Peet plus Ambar. Peet is pehla pad, Ambar is dusra pad. Maharaj, Maha plus Raj. Okay, so that is two pad here also. So like that you have two split over there, pehla or dusra. Now the first part, Pehla pad, whichever I have told, that is Visheshan, and the second which is coming, that is Visheshya. Same way when I am going to Upman and Upmeya, I will explain. So Neela Kant. The next one, Neel Kamal, I have given Neel Kamal, Neela Kamal. That is blue lotus, Neela hai jo Kamal. The flower or the lotus which is in blue color, that only hai jo. The next one, Pitambar. Peet plus Ambar or Pila. Peet means Pila, yellow. Ambar means two meanings it has got. One is Akash, sky. The other meaning is Vastra, dress. So, Poshak or Ambar, Vastra. Now, Pila Ambar, that is yellow color, Vastra, dress. So, now here, Pila hai jo Ambar, the dress which is yellow color. Next one, Maharaj, Mahan Raja, king who is great, the great king. Here it means the king who is great. Almost both are same. So you should first know the meaning of this. And if you see here, Mahan, Pila, Neela, all these are adjectives. See, it is explaining to you about the color, greatness of a person. So it's describing more about the noun here. These are nouns. Raja, Ambar, Kamal, Kant, all are nouns. That's what I said, Visheshya. Now it's describing more about these nouns. So always what happens, before a noun there will be an adjective because it describes a noun. So with that you'll be able to identify that this is Karmadhare Samas, where Visheshan and Visheshya. When they ask you the Vigrah and the type, the question is this, they'll ask you the Samas Vigrah, you'll say Neelakant, or you can write any one, both are correct. This or this, you can opt anyone and you can write. So this is the Vigrah. Okay, next when they ask you what Samas, Samas ka bhed matlab Karmadhare Samas. Now I'm going to do with Upman, Upmeya. Okay, I just explained to you what are those two. Now here in the center and in the Samasta Pad, if you see, Chandra Mukh. So there are two pad, pehla pad, dusra pad. So Chandra is first part, Mukh is second part. Now in this, Chandra is Upman and Mukh is Upmeya. Okay. Now the meaning of this is Chandra Mukh means the face which looks like Chandra. Chandra ke saman mukh or Chandra jaisa mukh. Some people will have round face, no? So they might compare. It looks just like a moon. Chandra jaisa hai. So now Chandra jaisa mukh or Chandra ke saman mukh. Now it is comparison over here. It is compared with the moon. So one is the vastu ya vyakti, something, with another. So both actually, if you see, are nouns, right? Chandra and Mukh, but it has been compared. Earlier one when you read it as Neelkant. So when you saw it as Neelkant, that Neel is actually adjective. But here if you see Chandra Mukh, Chandra is also a noun and Mukh is also a noun. Now what happens? It is a comparison. So this is being compared with this. everything you have like that. So the first part is Upman, second part is Upme. One is compared, the other one is the object to which it has been compared. Now Chandra ke saman mukh, Chandra jaisa mukh. The next one is Kamal Nayan. Nayan means netra, eye. Kamal means lotus. So how it is compared? Nayan and Kamal. So the eye which looks like Kamal, which looks like lotus. So some have big eyes, some have kind of eyes which look like fish. They say, Meen Lochan. Have you heard this word? Meen Lochan. Meen, fish. Lochan means again eye. So Nayan is also eye. Netra means eye. Ank means eye. So this way you have so many words for eye. Now here, Kamal Jaise Nayan. So the eye which is like Kamal, lotus. The next one, Krodhagni. Krodh plus Agni is Krodhagni. Krodh means anger. Agni is fire. Okay, Krodhagni. Now, why it is compared Krodh and Agni? Agni, you know how it will be. It is hot. The heat is there produced through it. All that. No, so that is fire. Now, Krodh is also like that, which comes out. See, I'm burning. Sometimes we say, when we get angry, I'm burning with anger. Okay, we talk all these kind of expressions we keep giving. Why? Because you express it like it's like that Agni Jaisa. So here, Krodh Rupi Agni. So the anger is compared with fire. So that much tivrata hai usme, matlab that much extreme it is. Now here, Charan Kamal. Charan means feet. Kamal, lotus. Again here, see the lotus, in which all areas it is being compared. Eyes, feet, that way we are comparing. No? So here, Charan Kamal. Kamal ke saman Charan. So the feet which are like lotus. The next one, Mrig Nayan. Mrig Nayan. So two are there. Pehla or dusra pad. Mrig means what? Deer. And Nayan. Nayan means eye. So Mrig Jaise Nayan. Mrig is what? Deer. Okay? Mrig Jaise or Jaisa Nayan. So the eyes which are like Mrig, deer. Okay? Now I'll be doing the next one, Dvigu Samas. So we have completed Avyayi Bhav, Tatpurush, Karmadhare. 3 we have completed. Now I'm doing Dvigu Samas. Now Dvigu means 2. Dvi, 2. Now there itself you can identify that there you have number over there, right? A guess. Dvi means 2. So always remember, when you think of numbers, think of this Dvi, 2. So it is Dvigu. Now Purva Pad Sankhya Vachak Visheshan hai. So Purva Pad means the Pehla Pad. First part is based on number. Okay, Pehla Pad Sankhya Vachak Visheshan hai. So it is number adjective. So the adjective of number it is. So Purva Pad Sankhya Vachak Visheshan. The first part is based on numbers and that is an adjective, right? Now it represents a group, community or collection. Any kind of collection. For that we use this one. With the number it comes. So in Hindi we say as Samuh, Samahar or Samudai. So based on that, this Samas is framed. Now if you see Do Pehar, I've given lot of numbers, like you say Ekadashi. Here you have Dwadashi, Trayodashi, all that we say, like that. Here I am giving you some examples which start with all the numbers. So that is Dvigu Samas. Do Pehar. Do Pehar. Pehar means part of a day, one particular part. So Do Pehar means Dusra Pehar. So the second part. So Do Peharon ka Samahar. It is a mixture of 2 parts of a day. So Do Peharon ka Samahar only is Do Pehar. The next one is Tri Lok. 3 in English also you can keep in mind. 3 means 3, teen and 3. So 3 lok, teen loko. Lok means the world. So 3 lokon ka समाह, समाहार और समूह. So 3 लोकों का समाहार और समूह. Anything you can say. You can use any word, समूह or samahar. Among that, any one you can use. The next one, chauraha. See, I have given 2, 3. Now I have come to cha. Cha is 4. Chauraha means rah means rasta, path. चार राहों का समाहार. चौराहा we say for crossroads or the road where 4 lanes meet. So that junction is called चौराहा. So चार राहों का समाहार या समूह. The next one, पंच, पांच. पंचवटी, पंजाब. So all these are पंचवटी means 5 वटों का समाहार. वट, okay? So 5 वटों का समाहार. The next one is शताब्दी. Okay, Shat means 100, 100. Abdi is वर्षों. So 100 वर्षों का समाहार या समूह. So that only is century. Shatabdi is century. So which is of 100 years. So now you see all these which have got number come under. You can also say Dashanan. So Dashanan is Das Anan. Anan. That is 10 heads. Here it goes only with the number, so accordingly you have to do the splitting. Samas Vigrah, you have to do according to that. You cannot say Das Anan wala ya Das Mukh wala. You cannot say. It might be 10 heads, but only you will give the numbers there. So Das Anan, 10 heads. Okay, so that way you'll be doing in Dvigu Samas. Later I'll be teaching you the difference between Dvigu and Bahubrihi and Karmadare and Bahubrihi. So that difference between all those 3, what it is, I'll tell later. So I've given you the examples which will come even in Bahubrihi so that I can do comparison later stage. Now let us go to the next one, Dvandva Samas, the 5th type. Okay. So we have completed Dvigu, now we have come to Dvandva Samas. Now when I say the word Dvandva, it is dual, okay? It is D-U-A-L, that is dual, 2. Now you also say Dvandva Yuddh, Yuddh. When we say Dvandva Yuddh, you say, that is dual war. Dual war we say. So like that, Dvandva Samas, Dvandva. So the pronunciation you should know it very well. It is not Dvandva Samas or anything. Dva, and the last also it is Dva. Dva it is D-W-A. Otherwise, for people who find it difficult to pronounce, I would say to say the, you can say D-H-A. Otherwise, you might say D-A. Newcomers who are learning Hindi, if I say D-A, you might pronounce it as D. No? Phonetically, D-A is correct. But here, for you to understand, I would say D-H-A. Now, when it is this one, D-H-W-A. Dwa. Okay? So, Dvandva. Dvandva. Okay, Dvandva Samas. Because why I am pronouncing all this is because you should not make mistake in spellings also while writing that. Now, Donom Pad Pradhan. Now listen, everywhere we were talking about which part is important. So first Avyayibha we read it as first part is important. In Tatpurush, second part important. Then in Karmadare we said Visheshan Visheshya. Then we came to the Dvigu. So in Dvigu, we were talking about the first part has got number, Visheshan, okay, adjective, number, adjective we had. Now here if you see, we have Donom Pad Pradhan, both are important. In that Samastapad, in the Samastapad, both are important. So that is Donom Pad Pradhan. So remember that. The next one, Samas Vigrah Karne Par, when you do the splitting, बीच में और तथा या अथवा का प्रयोग that is or means and tata and ya and atva means or okay. Now these two mean or okay, these two words mean or and this and that mean and okay. So or and tata means and, ya atwa means or. So this is the meaning. Now ka prayog. So that is used in when it is split. At that time, the middle between those two, the middle word will be either or. You can use any one, or tata, ya atwa. Remember, or is Hindi word, tatha Sanskrit. Same way here, ya atwa, atwa again Sanskrit. So you can use according to the word there. Based on that you can use. Or in general, if you find it difficult, you can just use or and ya. Next point is vilom hota hai. So vilom. Now if you see, all these words are opposites. If you know sukh dukh, happiness and sorrow, lena dena, give and take. We say no, you give only then I'll give. That means what? Give and take policy. Utar chadav. So when I'm saying utar chadav, what it is? The increase and decrease. Going up and down. Labha labh. Profit or loss. Because this or that, it could be profit or loss. It cannot be profit and loss. It's profit or loss. Now if you see here, all these are opposites. Vilom hota hai. So mostly no, all the words are opposites. Now the next one, here I've given one symbol. This is hyphen. In English we say hyphen, in Hindi we say yojak. So yojak ka prayog. So when I'm using that in the words here, in every word you see you have a hyphen, but the last word doesn't have hyphen. So remember, maximum 90% you have all words with hyphen. That is a very good hint or clue for you to know that it is dvandva samas. Together it is dvandva. That's why we say duel, treaty, or you say it war, duel, war, all that. So dvandva samas, dvandva, two. So you will have like couples, you have it as pairs. But here, if you see, there is no hyphen, but still it is dvandva. Because as per Sandhi, if you split labh plus alabh, labh plus alabh, so it becomes labha labh. That's why. Because of that, it doesn't have hyphen there. Otherwise, it is dvandva samas only. Now let me explain to you. Sukh dukh, sukh or dukh. So happiness and sorrow. Len den or lena dena is lena ya dena. Utar chadav. So the ups and downs. Okay. Increase and decrease, or the ups and down is utar chadav. Utar ya chadav. The next one, labha labh. Okay, labha labh is labh ya alabh. That is profit or loss. Now I have told you about this hyphen and what are these words which are used here, or ya I have given. Now for all you have some more examples like mata pita, mata or pita, dal roti, dal or roti. So that way we do all, the splitting, and we add in between the conjunctions, right? Or yeah, these are conjunctions, so we use them in between, and the word will, this dvandva samas will always have this yojak or the hyphen in between the words. Rarely 10% or even you can say 5% of words will be like this, which will not have a hyphen, but still they are dvandva samas. If you know the meaning, you'll be able to identify them. So I have done 5 samas till now, and I have one more samas to do, bahubrihi. I didn't want to do that in this video, it will become too lengthy, so I will be doing my next video with bahubrihi samas. I'll explain that, and then I will go into the difference between bahubrihi samas and karmadare, difference between dvigu samas and karmadare. So I'll be doing that in the next video, followed by some more examples, and with that the video of samas ends. So almost 4 parts I'll be doing. So this is the 3rd part, and I'll be doing one more part, that is the 4th one, with what I have explained to you now. I hope you had traveled this journey till the end of this video. Thank you for watching it. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel. click the bell icon so that you get my latest notification. Until then, namaste.